Hello everyone, I'm here to show you how to do the muffle head mesh mod for the Ion drum rocker heads. Now you've probably seen another video that does this as well. I tried that mod, but I found that it was extremely oversensitive and it was not optimal if you're using your Ion drum kit as an actual digital drum set. It might work for PlayStation 3 if you're using it as a controller, but it definitely does not work well for a digital drum set. So I basically used some of the things that were done in that video, but I omitted a lot of the steps, and what you end up with is a lot better drum head. Now of course you're going to need your original. This is your 8-inch Ion drum head. This is 8-inch muffle head by Pearl. You can get these at Amazon for $4.95. Here is the, this is Gorilla Tape. Got this at Home Depot for $4.95. It's basically black duct tape. This is metal banding used for plumbing. You'll find it in the plumbing section. Home Depot, also $4.95. In addition to that, you'll need 2 packs of this. If you can find the same exact one, that'll be best for you because the dimensions worked out good. This is window air conditioner filter. Here's the exact dimensions. And here's the brand. I think Home Depot, 89 cents. Now, one thing I do want to show you about this is it's one sheet, but it's folded over on itself. So when you buy it, just make sure, kind of look at the edge of the package. You're looking for this one sheet that is folded over onto itself. So now as far as tools, scissors, you need some kind of clippers to cut this metal band, Allen wrench to disassemble and assemble the head, and some type of utility knife. Be very careful. This really isn't safe, but I did not have a handle, so I taped one in. I advise you to get a knife with a handle so it'll be safer. And so right now we're going to hand this over to my daughter, and she is going to assist me while I do this. Now I've already taken this head apart, but you'll use your Allen wrench and remove these screws. You'll peel off this rubber surface. This can be discarded. Okay, now you have this thin foam which will be connected to a metal plate underneath. And underneath that metal plate is the sensor that's attached to a plastic plate. So what you want to do is, if you can, leave it sitting just like it is. And this is where you'll use your utility knife. And you will lift up and find out where it is adhering, and you'll just start to shave down against the metal as you lift slowly. And I've already done this one, but just to give you an idea. And you'll do like this and keep going until you finally get all of this removed. You can just rip this off and then clean the metal plate, but I did not want to tear it up just in case I wanted to use this for something else. But once you get that removed, you're no longer going to need that piece, and you end up with this. You can leave this just as it sits. The other mod actually relocates the sensor. It removes this metal plate and relocates the sensor to the inside of this little well, and that's not a good location at all. So leave this as it is, and now we're going to get this Plumbers Banding, and you're going to wrap it around this edge right here, all the way around, until it comes back around on itself. Make sure it's flat against the edges. Get it flattened out as much as you can, and you want it to overlap, and you'll cut it. So you want a little overlap right here. Okay. Then what you'll do is you can set the head aside, and you're going to get your tape. And you're going to tear your piece of tape long enough to extend past the end of this band on each end. I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to do it exact length. I'm going to give you a quick idea of what you do. Lay your tape down. Of course, you want this tape longer than the band, but I'm just doing this to demonstrate. And then you'll take your band and line it up right in the middle. Flatten it out. Make sure it sticks. And then you'll start to fold one side of this tape over onto the band. Do that all the way on the complete length of the band. And then once you're done, I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's kind of time consuming. You'll do the other side. You'll fold the other side onto the band and onto the other side of the tape. And then what you'll end up with is a band that's completely covered. And then you'll take you a piece of tape where the ends meet and you'll tape it together. Now you want to test fit it first. Put it back on your ring and overlap at the correct distance. Take it off and tape it. That way when you get ready to put it back on, it will fit snugly. Let's do it on this one. It will fit snugly around the outside of this rim. Okay, and that's what you want to do. Now, here's one already prepped to go. It's already got the ring on it. Now you'll take your foam here, and using the thin foam that you took off, you're going to line this up right on one edge next to the corner and the other side on one edge next to the corner. Take your scissors, holding this down, and just trim around. Then you'll move up to the other corner. Do the same thing, trim around. And you'll end up with a piece like this where you've cut out 2 pieces, which is actually going to be 4 pieces in total because this is doubled. But you end up with pieces like this. Okay, now that you've done that, you'll do that twice. That way you'll end up with 2 of these. With you've cut out 2 discs on each sheet. Okay, now that you've done that, you'll take your head and you'll take the foam, one of the foam pieces you cut out, which is actually 2 layers. You'll lay it directly onto the metal plate. Make sure your metal plate's centered. Sit it right in the center. And now you're ready for the head. And this will sit directly on top. And if you push down, it'll slide right over that metal band that we made that has the duct tape on it. Now you're ready to put back the ring. Line the bolts up. Get your Allen wrench. Get all the screws started. And then what I like to do is squeeze down and take note of this width of this gap. And I'll tighten the screw down. Then I'll go to the opposite side, squeeze it down, tighten the screw. Then I'll work around to each opposite screw until this gap is the same all the way around. Now what you end up with is this. And it looks neat and the results are outstanding. Now the other video had you do something like this, which is almost the same thing except the sensor's in a bad location and you have this foam ring. And this is actually a very noisy setup compared to this. So what we'll do now is grab some drumsticks and I will show you the difference. Now the original mod see, you get really good rebound, but it's quite noisy. Now this mod, you get the same rebound, except the noise is not nearly as bad. So hopefully that'll help some of you out. I highly recommend this mod, and if you have any questions, just shoot me a message on the video and I'll try to answer it. Thanks.